Secretary Noem, when you walked into DHS, what was the state of operational control at the southern border that you inherited?
There was no operational control. In fact, our Border Patrol agents and federal officers were being forced to help facilitate the invasion of dangerous criminals and aliens into our country.
Were daily encounters at or near historic highs?
Yes, they absolutely were at historic highs. That's the worst we've ever seen.
Senator Ted Cruz just lit up Congress in a scorched earth showdown over the border crisis, and Democrats were not ready for what came next. He looked DHS leadership dead in the eye and demanded answers for the chaos, the crime, and the American lives lost. Then suddenly, the entire room went silent.
Between 2021 and 2024, the Biden administration released more than 13 million illegal aliens into this country after encountering them at the southern border. Is that correct?
Yes, that we know of. There could be millions more.
DHS data reflects during this period of mass releases into the interior, crimes committed by foreign nationals included at least 15,000 homicides and more than 20,000 sexual assaults. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And I will say, these numbers are not abstractions. And I will say to all the angel families here, thank you for being here. Thank you for holding the photographs of your children, of your spouses, of your parents, of your brothers and sisters who should be with you. Names like Jocelyn Nungery and Laken Riley and Rachel Marin. Jocelyn, just 12 years old, was killed just miles from my house. Raped and murdered by two Venezuelan gang members that the United States government had apprehended and then released. And when they were released, they traveled to Houston, Texas, and they kidnapped a 12-year-old girl and raped and murdered her. In your time at DHS, has anyone in the leadership of the previous administration explained why the hell they let so many violent criminals free in our country?
No, they haven't. In fact, under the Biden administration and Mayorkas's leadership, they closed the victim's office at ICE, the Voices office that would help families that suffered a loss like Jocelyn's family and Laken's family and Rachel's family. They had no resources, no way to track court appearances or to get counseling services, no support whatsoever. They purposely closed that down to punish these families even more.
So it wasn't just murderers and rapists that were being released in this country. The open border under the Democrats also became a pipeline for poison, killing our children. Secretary Noem, when you took office, is it correct that fentanyl was the leading cause of death for Americans between the age of 18 and 45?
That's correct.
Was the volume of fentanyl crossing our southern border at or near record levels?
Yes, it was.
And would you agree that when operational control collapses, cartels exploit that chaos?
They exploit it and they become enriched from it.
Now let's talk about what has been accomplished under President Trump's leadership. Under President Trump's leadership, we have had 0 illegal aliens released for 10 straight months. Is that correct?
That is correct.
In President Trump's first year back in office, how many illegal aliens have left the United States?
2.5 million have left voluntarily, and we have arrested, detained, and removed close to 700,000 now.
He accused Democrats of turning America's southern border into what he called an open bleeding wound, and he didn't hold back. According to Cruz, the Biden-era policies unleashed millions of illegal crossings, empowered cartels, flooded communities with fentanyl, and left innocent Americans paying the price. Then this is where it gets crazy. Cruz started naming victims. Young girls. Mothers. Families destroyed by violent criminals who, he says, should never have been released into the country in the first place. The room got tense fast as Cruz slammed the previous DHS leadership for what he called a complete collapse of operational control. But he wasn't finished. Cruz then pivoted to Trump's return to office, claiming illegal crossings have plummeted, cartel activity has been crushed, and deportations are now happening at record pace. He argued that murder rates and overdose deaths are finally dropping because dangerous criminals are being removed from American streets. And then came the knockout punch. Cruz accused Democrats of demonizing Border Patrol and ICE agents while refusing to fully support the very people protecting the homeland. He said law enforcement officers are being treated like villains while violent criminals are treated like victims. By the end, Cruz was practically shouting his final message directly to Border Patrol agents and angel families across America. We appreciate you. We thank you. And your loved ones will not be forgotten. Congress erupted. Democrats sat stone-faced. And once again, Ted Cruz turned a hearing into political warfare. Subscribe to America Live 24 for more explosive political showdowns, uncensored hearings, and the stories the mainstream media won't tell you.